Enlightenment is like the rising sun. In the darkness of night, it's hard to imagine light. But slowly the sky shifts from pitch black to gray, then pink, and finally the sun begins to rise, illuminating everything. Enlightenment unfolds in much the same way. In the beginning, life is like a dark night, consumed by ignorance. For many, life is about survival, with little awareness of higher truths. This is the first stage, where the mind is focused on basic existence. But then a shift occurs. The desire to do good emerges, a spark of light in the darkness. This leads to the second stage, Vicharana, or contemplation. The individual begins to ask, what is good? What is the right path? This questioning marks the beginning of spiritual awakening. As the seeker contemplates, the mind and ego begins to thin, Tanumanasi, the third stage. In the Vedas, there is a verse, by accumulation of wealth, by greed for pleasures and attachment to this body, the ego becomes fat. The mind and ego, once thick with desires, begins to dissolve. The mind, like a veil, becomes transparent, allowing glimpses of deeper truth. But enlightenment has not yet begun. This is still a preparatory phase. So, in this condition of thinness of the mind, called Tanumanasi state, it is about to detach itself from all earlier occupations concerned with sense objects. Then, in the fourth stage, a flash of insight occurs, Sattvapatti, attainment of high purity. The mind attains purity, and the individual experiences moments of divine light, like light from within. They begin to understand Brahman, the ultimate reality, but they are still at the threshold, not yet fully immersed. In the fifth stage, the external world melts away. The consciousness of space, time, and objects dissolves into universality. This is Asamsakti, total detachment from the physical world and its limitations. We see people, we see space-time, sun, moon, and stars. We see them because they are apparently outside me. Suppose the sun, moon, and stars, and all people are studded within my own body. We will see nothing outside of us. The consciousness of the external existence of things, including space and time, ceases as we experience everyone as small parts of the one creator. The sixth stage is Padarthabhavana, or no materialistic attachment. Quantum physicists tell us that both light and matter has wave-like properties. The earth is not a dull, stone-like substance. It is inherently light itself. In this sixth stage, matter sheds its materiality, solidity, hardness, externality, weight, and dimension. Then there is a flood of radiance everywhere, as if the whole creation is one sun, which is the penultimate state of union with the Absolute. Finally, in the seventh stage, Turiya, the individual and the light become one. There is no observer, no object, only pure consciousness. This is the absolute experience beyond words and thoughts. The seeker has become the very essence of enlightenment. Even after reaching this pinnacle, the physical body may continue for a short time. However, in this state of total absorption, the body cannot last long. Sages like Shirdi Sai Baba and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa are examples of those who lived briefly. After achieving this ultimate state, their consciousness was no longer bound by the physical form. The belief is that in this state of total absorption and consciousness light, a person physically cannot live for more than 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. The body will be shed by then. This is the essence of religion, philosophy, and yoga, the quest for enduring happiness, the plunge into reality, the journey to the ultimate. In the ancient scriptures of the Mahabharata, we come across countless tales of virtue, wisdom, and the mysterious ways of the divine. One such profound story is about Sukha Maharishi, the great son of sage Vedavyasa, and a king named Yudhisthira, who had a heart full of charity. Yudhisthira, known as a virtuous king, had just won the great Mahabharata battle. He was crowned as the emperor and sought to demonstrate his greatness by feeding millions of people in his kingdom. Yudhisthira: I want to feed every soul in my kingdom, and I wish to know how many have been fed. Can someone devise a way to count them? In Vyasa's hermitage, the wise sage Vyasa, the father of Sukha Maharishi, was approached by the king. Yudhisthira asked him for a way to count how many people had been fed during his grand feast. Vyasa: I will hang a bell with my mantra. When 1,000 people eat, the bell will ring once. You can count the rings and know how many thousands have eaten. The feast began and the bell rang as expected. Thousands were fed, and the king was pleased with the outcome. But after everyone had eaten and gone away, something unexpected happened. The bell started ringing non-stop. Yudhisthira: What is this? Is something wrong with the bell? Confused and concerned, the king sought Vyasa's guidance. but the sage assured him that the bell couldn't be wrong. "Vyasa, my bell cannot do wrong. There is a deep mystery behind this. Find out if anyone else is still eating." Yudhisthira found a young boy, untidy, sitting with a dog. He ate just 1 grain of rice, and the bell rang continuously. Shocked by the discovery, Yudhisthira asked, "Who is this boy? How can 1 grain of food make the bell ring as if thousands have been fed?" "Vyasa, he is my son Sukha. He embodies the entire universe. When 1 grain enters his stomach, millions are nourished." Overwhelmed with humility, Yudhisthira wept. He realized true greatness lies beyond mere actions. It lies in understanding the divine essence within every soul. "Yudhisthira, I am ashamed. I boasted of feeding millions, yet I never knew such a being existed." The story of Sukha Maharishi and King Yudhisthira reminds us of the infinite power of the divine and the humility we must carry in our hearts. For in the smallest of beings, the entire universe can reside. The enlightened beings are not just in the cosmos, they are the cosmos. The Upanishads say, "The universe is his. He himself is the universe." Enlightenment is a journey from darkness to light, from ignorance to pure consciousness. As we ponder the stories of the enlightened, let us remember that the light of enlightenment is within us all, waiting to rise.